Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the bell icon so you can get notified for all future videos just like this. But today we're going to be talking about the LG Stylo 6, and we're going to be talking about it after 48 hours of use. So right when we thought Moto G Stylus had ran out of the ballpark and stole the show, we saw the LG Stylo 6 come out of thin air and tell us, no, I'm not dead. They completely redesigned the latest LG Stylo device, and now we have a competitor on our hands to the Moto G Stylus. So this is my 48 hours of use with the LG Stylo 6. Let's talk about some of the things that have changed, some of the things that are a little bit different, some of the things you might be looking forward to when you look at the LG Stylo 6. Now, first is the form factor. We have on our hands literally one of the biggest devices Metro by T-Mobile has put out ever, besides the Alcatel 3V, which I definitely think is still a really good device. This device has triple cameras. So the predecessor, the LG Stylo 5, had one single camera, which was a 13 megapixel, and one single front camera, which was like an 8 megapixel. Now this one will have better cameras. You're getting the 13 megapixels on the front, rear, plus 2 extra cameras. Now the body of this thing is coming in that holographic finish on the back. You can also get it in this gray color. I think this one's actually a little bit more fun. You also get this boxy look, which will give you an enhanced battery. So you're getting 4,000 milliamp hours versus 3,500. Now you can see the overall design looks really upgraded. You're also getting upgraded speaker system as well. So you're gonna get that bottom speaker and the one on the grill of the phone, which is gonna be shooting audio at you simultaneously when you're listening to YouTube and music. Now, the other feature that they did upgrade was the pen stylus. Now we did keep the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack right down below, and we do have the same amount of RAM on this phone, 3 gigabytes, the same amount that was on last year's model, but this one will have 64 gigabytes of ROM out of box, and you're also getting 45 gigabytes to work with. So you not only that, you get a spring-loaded pen which has some upgraded features and some cool designs on the pen, and a new interface when it comes to the whole UI of LG and how it thinks. I'm going to talk to you about that right now. So one of the things that LG did to make this phone a lot more user-friendly, since as you can see, it's a really big device. One of the things that they wanted you to be able to do was take your finger, swipe across the screen when you are in an app such as Facebook. Right at the top, if you swipe across, you'll notice the screen go down, and now you can see you have a much more you can actually touch the top of all the buttons here, and it's actually easier to touch. I mean, it's not like the last year's one where you can actually minimize the whole entire screen. They bring down the screen lower so that it's almost like the Samsung UI 2.0 version, where everything is lowered for your own convenience with the swipe of a finger. So I think that's a really cool implementation, how they use that. I haven't really seen other companies make the screen shrink down when you're in content, and you're actually able to just use this feature where you can swipe across the screen like that and the screen will shrink, and now you have a smaller screen ratio to play with. So that's something that's really cool that has changed. I think it's something that's really implemented well. Now you are getting increased storage, increased battery, also increased screen size. This is 6.7 inches compared to the last year's model. Now, LG had 2 years to think about how they were gonna mess around and Frankenstein this thing, and they did a really good job. They put 2 more cameras, they put a larger display, and they added some more functionality with the pen. Now, how did the pen get better? Well, they've added this toggle feature on it, which is called Swift Key. So let's say you're text messaging or Google searching or anything in between, you can pull out the pen feature from the side toggle option, and you're gonna hit that Swift Key button, and it's automatically gonna bring you to a keyboard where you can literally say what you're gonna type by drawing it. So hello there. So you get the option to actually write out what you're gonna draw on the screen. I think that's really cool how they've done that. Now, it's not to be mistaken with Draw Chat, which was there last year. And you can see right here, if you go into the toggle, you get handwriting. So it's different from handwriting, because when you hit this button right here, you get handwriting, but then you get this other implementation called Swift Key, which will actually implement that from outside of the keyboard feature. So you have that as a pen feature option this time around, which is pretty cool. And kind of like how they did that. I like how they did that. Now, I have gamed on this phone a little bit, and it's been decent. It hasn't been the greatest when it comes to gaming, but some of the other things that I have really enjoyed when it comes to this phone is listening to music, and also watching YouTube and movies. For some reason, this screen is excellent for watching movies. You get this nice panel size, and when you're in like YouTube, for example, you're gonna notice the screen to body ratio that it gives you is enormous, and you're gonna be seeing a lot of screen, and it's gonna offer you probably some of the greatest experiences you've ever had when you've been watching content, just because it's right there in your face and it's giving you a large screen panel to look at. Now, it's full 1080 display. The cameras also do feature 1080p as well, and we're gonna take a look at those cameras and some of these samples where I do have some photos of just me walking through the street taking some shots, and also some video where I have some of the stabilization that I was impressed with this phone. So after 48 hours, I'm honestly impressed. Now, is it a competitor with the Moto G stylus? Now, we have to do further testing and comparisons, because I'm still getting my teeth sunken into the LG Stylo 6 to determine if it's actually something that can be in the same language and same conversation as the Moto G stylus. With that phone, you're getting 128 gigabytes of internal storage to work with, and triple camera setup as well. So we will do a full comparison, but make sure you hit that like button and the bell icon so you can check out more videos about the Moto G stylus versus the LG Stylo 6. Now, just to wrap this up, after 48 hours of using this phone, I'm really impressed with just the user friendliness of this device. It's gonna offer you a lot of features that most phones don't have to offer at this price point, as far as the stylus with that spring-loaded pen feature, which is gonna give you some software that you can use to actually benefit from using the pen. It's not just gonna be something that you navigate on the screen. You're actually gonna have built-in features to work with. Now, when it comes to gaming, this isn't gonna be something that is the best in the world as far as heavy gaming, but light gaming, you're gonna really have a good time with it. And also media usage as well, music, multimedia, and honestly, Amazon Kindle and any kind of entertainment. You could even get work done with some spreadsheets, worksheets. They have Google apps in here automatically built right in, such as the slides and the sheets that you can take advantage of. So if you wanted to bring up some of your documents, you could do so, because it has Google Docs as well. Now, all the apps are in here for your own convenience. They also offer essentials, things like the radio, the FM radio, calculator, music, and things like that. You also get the LG Smart World, which has some themes that you can modify your fonts and different wallpapers and stuff like that, just like the other older stylus phones. But this one is going to offer that newly designed stylus and camera setup and overall design. So this is what you're going to be looking forward to. It has a P35 processing chip, which I'm not too much of a fan of, but it will do the job. So tell me what you think about this video down below. Let me know what you think about the LG Stylo 6 down below, and I'll check you guys later. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, later crew. Have a great night. Peace.